It's hard to imagine. This is the home where we live. This is the Earth 4,600,000,000 years ago. At that time, the Earth was formed by dust and particles from the solar nebula. Due to the continuous impacts from dense asteroids, the surface of the primitive Earth was covered with volcanoes. The early primitive Earth was like a hell on Earth, with an average temperature of around 4,000 degrees Celsius. It was covered with hot flowing lava. Because the Earth had no solid surface, heavy elements like iron and nickel sank to the center, forming the core, which in turn created the Earth's magnetic field, providing a critical shield for species that emerged later. A year later, an asteroid that formed with Earth collided with it due to gravitational forces. The debris from this collision formed the Moon, and it also tilted Earth's axis by 23 degrees. This tilt causes various regions of the same side of Earth to not be simultaneously exposed to direct sunlight, thus creating the distinct four seasons unique to Earth. Additionally, under the influence of the Moon's tidal forces, Earth's rotation gradually slowed, and the surface magma also began to cool gradually. 4 billion years ago, the Earth was impacted by asteroids and comets, bringing with them a massive amount of water molecules. This caused enormous waves to sweep globally, leading to torrential rains that lasted tens of millions of years. From then on, Earth had oceans and primitive continents, and an atmosphere appeared during this period as well. By 3.5 billion years ago, due to amino acids and other organic molecules brought by comets, the first forms of life appeared at the hydrothermal vents of Earth's oceans. Although there were still single-celled organisms on this now calming planet, the epic of life was about to unfold. 32 hundreds of millions of years ago, cyanobacteria began to sprout in seabed sediments, using photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into oxygen, completely changing the composition of Earth's atmosphere. Another part of the oxygen rose to form the ozone layer, making Earth's environment more suitable for the evolution of life. 2,500,000,000 years ago, cyanobacteria experienced explosive reproduction and growth, causing a sharp increase in oxygen produced by photosynthesis, and a rapid decrease in carbon dioxide, which lowered Earth's average temperature to -24 degrees Celsius. Earth thus entered its first frozen period, 2.2 billion years ago. By chance, two prokaryotes unexpectedly formed a complex symbiotic phenomenon. Single-celled organisms evolved into multicellular prokaryotes and eukaryotes, with mitochondrial fungi beginning to appear. Life on Earth began to enter a whole new state. 1 billion years ago, Earth entered another ice age, becoming a frozen snowball. Eventually, volcanic eruptions released a large amount of carbon dioxide, causing a greenhouse effect that allowed Earth to exit the ice. 1 billion years ago, after billions of years of quietude, life on Earth ushered in a major turning point in evolution, the Cambrian explosion. In just 20 million years, there was a sudden simultaneous emergence of a vast diversity of life forms on Earth, with large numbers of arthropods, worms appearing. Species like arthropods, sponges, and echinoderms. Around 200 million years ago, the primitive supercontinent of Pangaea began to drift apart, and dinosaurs branched off from reptilian ancestors, gradually evolving into dominant vertebrates. They ruled the Earth for 150 million years, until 65 million years ago, a small asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter struck the Earth, with an impact equivalent to detonating 100 trillion tons of nuclear bombs, releasing a large amount of material and vapor into the air, blocking sunlight and disrupting photosynthesis. Due to this catastrophic event, 98% of dinosaurs perished. A small number of flying dinosaurs gradually evolved into birds. Mammals then began to shine on the historical stage. 6 million years ago, the common ancestor of hominins and gorillas in Africa diverged, embarking on a distinctly different evolutionary path. About 3 million years ago, ancient humans began to learn to walk upright. As they walked, their brain capacity increased, and they could use tools and utilize fire, inventing simple language as well. Social skills became more complex. About 250,000 years ago, the ancestors of modern humans, Homo sapiens, appeared. Their physical characteristics showed no significant difference from modern people, and they could craft fine stone and bone tools, and knew how to paint. 100,000 years ago, modern humans successfully left Africa and entered the Eurasian continent, gradually spreading across the globe. They then established nations, created civilization and technology, stood at the top of the biological chain, and dominated this planet.